Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your screens. You, again, are here in the right place at the right time. It's Saturday, so you know what that means, folks. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Syndicate Championship Wrestling Saturday Showdown. I am your hostess with the most, Shaggy Black. We have a card for you tonight, folks. Our main event of the evening, two rivals go head-to-head in a rubber match as Primetime James Lee goes against Diaz Tatem in a no-holds-barred match. That is our main event of the evening. But coming up next, two SCW OGs face off tonight as Golden Joe West takes on the A-lister, the Versace Poppy himself, Aiden Alexander. Let's head down to the ring. Aiden Alexander, welcome back to the SCW Arena. And this year has been kind of an up and down year for Aiden. Not one of his best years, but the man has been in Hollywood doing all sorts of movies and TV shows. So we're happy that he actually found his way back home here tonight in the SCW Arena. But he's facing a familiar opponent. Both men are known for flashy offenses, keeping the audience on their feet at all times. But tonight is gonna be I can only assume a special one, because as the screen goes gold, it's a sight to behold. Straight from the trailer parks of Duval, it's Golden Joe West. Now, Joe has been battling demons in his head as of late, thinking if he still has it, or has everything gone past him. He thinks that with him not having gold around his waist, he thinks that the golden era of Joe is possibly over, if not already over. He's doing the grandstanding and circumstance here tonight because he feels like he has to. But I know I've talked to him recently and he's not feeling it. He feels like he needs to go into another direction to revamp his career. And I know since Ascension is coming up, he is looking to enter the Ascension ladder match as a participant so he can get a shot at, possibly get a shot at the SCW World Championship at Malice in Wonderland next year. But time can tell. Joe's been on a mad losing streak as of late. Can he turn it around tonight? Or will Aiden come up and show out here tonight? Now we got the bell ringing, these two men in the center. And now Joe. Aiden and Joe have met several times in this ring. And like I said, both men have very flashy styles. And you would think that one can counter the other. Both men are great strikers and high flyers when they need to be. But I'll give the speed a little bit more to Aiden. But Joe wearing Aiden down here. Joe doing what he can here, going a little more aggressive than normal. And folks, thank you all for tuning in, hitting that like and subscribe button. We appreciate you every time. And even when you hit that bell notification icon, what a moonsault from Aiden Alexander. When you hit that bell notification icon, we appreciate you guys tuning in and trying to help our brand grow. The season is almost over, and we capsulate it here at the end every December. SCW presents Ascension. The date will be announced here shortly, but I will go ahead and hit you with this. we do have a special Thanksgiving episode next week. And that match typically will be our elimination tag team match. Two teams will face each other in our Thanksgiving. You see both Joe and Aiden going back and forth. They got each other in the headlock, beating the hell out of each other. Who's gonna get that first strike? And it's Aiden. Aiden planting Joe. Look at that DDT. Nah, these two men, this match going back and forth, beating the hell out of each other. Both men desperate need of a victory. But Joe trying to get what he can back. Joe plants Aiden. He's got him in that anaconda vice. He's got him in that vice. But Aiden quickly breaks out. Aiden quickly breaks out. Aiden sending Joe to the ropes. Aiden, oh, what a power slam. Showing off that strength. And now we got our first cover. One, kick out at one. And now you see Joe and Aiden still going tit for tat here. And Aiden wrapping up Joe. Oh, with a stomp to the chest. Like I said, flashy offensive moves. And now Aiden going to the top rope here. Aiden's got Joe in his sights. Aiden with a splash, and Joe gets out of the way. And now Joe with a knee drop. Straight to the face of Aiden, the moneymaker it seems. And now Joe with a moonsault of his own. And now he goes for a cover. One, kick out at one. Joe's trying to think of what his next move should be, and now he's going up to the top rope. Aiden went up to the top rope and missed. Will Joe actually connect this? We'll see. And no, Joe gets dodged as Aiden counters. But Joe gets right back up, sending Aiden back to the ground. Step on the back, senton. And now Joe with a quick moonsault again. Aiden crawling to the corner, trying to pick himself up. And now Joe, oh! Drop kick to the chest. Out of the corner. And now Joe, oh, stomping on the face of Aiden there. And now Joe, drop kick. Aiden could be out. And now Joe going for another knee drop, and he missed. Aiden rolled out of the way. And now Aiden looking to take Joe to that other side of the ring. What's Aiden thinking here? Aiden whiplashing Joe, and Aiden backflip. Oh! Nice maneuver from Aiden. And Joe rolls to the outside. And now Aiden, oh my God! Look at the clothesline from Aiden. Like I told you before, folks, these two men are very flashy. You gotta appreciate the offenses. And now look at Joe. Vintage Joe West with that moonsault. And now he rolling Aiden back into the ring. And now Joe's going back up to the top rope. Joe, elbow drop into a cover. And we gotta count 1, 2, kick out at 2. Joe can't believe it. Joe, what's he got planned here? Oh my God, is the party starting? It's only a white trash bash. He connects it, and we got a cover. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Joe West. Joe is out here finally picking up a W, folks. Joe West picks up a victory against a hard-fought opponent. And I gotta tell you, you see the little attitude changes in the match. Not doing as much flashy offense as he normally does, but Joe will be happy with that victory. Well, folks, again, Ascension is coming down the road, and if you haven't heard, we have our main event locked in. It will be the Big Oos, Dwayne Fox, taking on the SCW World Champion, the Natural Isaac Murphy, Hell in a Cell. This match was chosen by Dwayne Fox after he defeated JT Money last week here on Showdown to not only get his number one rematch back for the SCW World Championship, but he got to pick the stipulation. He only picked that match. So your world champion cannot run. There's no running, there's no hiding. He will be locked in a cage. Will Isaac be able to escape this? Or will the boyhood dream of Dwayne Fox finally be achieved by becoming SCW World Champion? Time can only tell, folks. But now, let's head to our next match of the evening. The doctor is in.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 260 pounds, the SCW Television Champion, the professional Dr. Antonio Hurtt.
Dr. Antonio Hurtt has been on the mountaintop of SCW champions, as while he did lose his television championship earlier in the year to J Omega, he was able to reclaim it at Civil War in an ambulance match. Very hard fought. But since then, he has defended that title twice. Once against Joe West, and then second in a triple threat match. He is one more match away from being able to either cash in his title opportunity to go for the SCW World Championship, or he can choose to keep the SCW Television Championship and defend it 3 more times. The only man who ever has done that is Landon Kelly, one of our longest reigning television, Isaac Murphy. Sorry for the Isaac Murphy erasure.
And his opponent from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at 264 pounds, Diaz Tatem.
But this man, Bruce Stubbs, is looking to make an impact. He's actually had a decent 2024 here in SCW, but this is a man who is looking to take the extra step. He is, as long as he's been in SCW, he has not held one SCW championship, but he's looking to make that change. A victory here tonight will put his name in the TV title picture, or possibly he has that opportunity to be in the Ascension Ladder match coming up next month. Only time can tell. But as I was saying, the longest reigning television champion ever was Isaac Murphy, as he chose not to go for the SCW World Championship his first go around, and to be the longest reigning SCW Television Champion, who eventually lost it to this man, Dr. Antonio Hurtt, who beat him a couple of weeks ago. Hurtt has been the fly in the ointment for Isaac Murphy. But given that history, Isaac is pretty okay with staying away from Dr. Hurtt as far as he can. So Isaac would hope Hurtt doesn't win his 3rd match and come for that title, because there is a very good chance we can have a new world champion even before Ascension comes. So time can tell here. We don't know who the next opponent to Dr. Hurtt's television championship will be, but time can only tell here. Meanwhile, Bruce Stubbs is looking to, again, make his mark here in SCW, and a victory here tonight against a guy he's faced plenty of times before, and we got to cover. Kick out at 1 against a man he's faced before. This would be a great way to try to end the 2024 here in SCW by becoming the SCW Television Champion. But these two men have met before, and Hurtt has always come out on top. Pause if needed. And look at the reversal from Stubbs. Stubbs knows Hurtt so well that he was looking for that move. And now Stubbs picking Hurtt up, going for a powerbomb. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stubbs. Oh! Stubbs powerbombs Dr. Hurtt on the outside. That big mean bastard powerbombed Dr. Hurtt on the outside, and Hurtt getting right back up. Don't call him a doctor for nothing. Probably had that move scouted, folks. I don't know. But the ref count is up to 3. And these men are beating the hell out of each other. And one can only tell who's going to come out on top in this match. Stubbs picking up Dr. Hurtt. A victory here for Stubbs would be incredible because, of course, you would have to assume he'd be the next person getting a shot at that television championship. And now these two are throwing hands and feet in the kitchen sink at each other. And Stubbs counteracts that and throws Dr. Hurtt to the corner. Stubbs going for that other. What is this? What's Stubbs doing? Oh my God! Into the opposite turnbuckle, and we got another cover. 1, kick out at 1. I gotta say, I appreciate Stubbs' mean attitude. It brings something new and fresh here to SCW, something we hadn't seen in a long time. But it has worked for Stubbs. I'm sitting here now, watching Stubbs taking the approach that he has been, by just remembering that he's bigger than most of his opponents. And now Stubbs heading to the corner. You see, I think Stubbs has been busted open. What's Stubbs thinking here? Stubbs, elbow drop to the chest of the champion, and he's got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. And here we go. Stubbs is still showing some of that mean streak, but Dr. Hurtt with the reversal. And Stubbs reverses right back. But no, Dr. Hurtt still, and oh my God, medical bill out of nowhere. Medical bill out of nowhere, and now we got a cover. This could be it. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Medical bill gets hit. And now Stubbs getting dragged to the center of the ring. And Stubbs avoiding that life subtractor. A move that he has tapped out to before. And now Stubbs with the reversal. Stubbs trying to get back into this match. And now he's climbing the top turnbuckle. His Hurt's on the outside. Oh my God, what a splash from Stubbs. What a splash from Stubbs, man. Stubbs pouring on the offense. And Dr. Hurtt reversing said offense. Fighting back here are these two men. And you see now, you don't know where the pressure is going to come from as you see Stubbs with a DDT. Stubbs picking up Dr. Hurtt and rolling Hurtt back into the ring. Ref's count is up to 5, and Stubbs taking his sweet time. And now Stubbs climbing the top turnbuckle. What Stubbs got planned? Stubbs, another elbow drop connects, and he did a cover. Ref's trying to get in position. 1, kick out at 1. Not enough to keep the champ down, it seems. And now Stubbs, no! Gets countered by Dr. Hurtt. And Dr. Hurtt could be setting up for a ride. Ambulance raid vortex. 1, 2, kick out at 2.999. Dr. Hurtt could not put away Bruce the Axe Stubbs. And the crowd is loving that. Bruce is still in this match, but here comes that Hurtt train with the vicious European uppercut to the corner. Another uppercut. Sends him back to that corner. Another uppercut. And a drop kick. Keeping Stubbs down. And Stubbs, no! Could have saw that life subtractor. Stubbs got out of the way. Look at the knee hit. And Stubbs, oh! With the headbutt, Stubbs is officially back into this match. But so is Dr. Hurtt. Hurtt with a drop kick, sending Stubbs back down. And now, Dr. Hurtt working on the arm of Stubbs. Stubbs is out here bleeding profusely. But I don't think he cares. He's just trying to win this match. And look at this. I think Stubbs could be out. All the blood loss. Stubbs could be knocked out. No, Stubbs back into, like, actually right back up. But, oh, look at Dr. Hurtt throwing Stubbs back into the ring. Stubbs stopping all that Dr. Hurtt momentum. Now Stubbs, snake eyes to the doctor. Oh my God, punches him in the jewels. Why, man? I mean, win the match by any means necessary. But that is a lot of blood leaking off the face of Bruce Stubbs. And Dr. Hurtt reverses. Dr. Hurtt just choking the life out of Bruce Stubbs there. And now Dr. Hurtt going up to the top rope slowly. And look at the stomp from Dr. Hurtt. And Dr. Hurtt now with the Terry Funk, ode to Terry Funk, dropping an elbow onto that knee, and we got a cover. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Dr. Hurtt, in a hard-fought match. And I think, what the hell? Oh my God! I think I know who the next #1 contender is. It's Big Wave, Reese Price. He wants that television championship on his side. He's got his eyes on the prize. We now have our new #1 contender here, folks. My goodness, and that match is gonna be a slapper. Folks, thank you all again for tuning in every Saturday, every chance you get. We are on the road to Ascension, which wraps up our season here. But we may, in a couple of weeks outside of that, we may have a huge announcement for the future of this channel. So, folks, thank you all for continuing. We all appreciate you watching. But, folks, let's get this show on the road as we get to our next match. Let's head down to the ring. As we see Onyx in the ring from Greenland Cause.
And his opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 270 pounds, Hacksaw Leo Simmons!
Hacksaw Leo Simmons, one of the baddest men here in SCW today. This man is a guy who's had his opportunities here in 2024 and did not go the way Simmons would like them to go. But I think he's come close, but with folks like Joe West in his way the entire step of the way, he has had to muster his strength back to get back in it. But he is going to be one of my favorites in the SCW Ascension ladder match. And for those who do not know what the ladder match is, that happens every December at our event Ascension, where 6 men will get into the ring, climb the ladder, and pull down a briefcase. The winner of that match gets a shot, and we gotta cover really quickly. 1, kick out at 1. The winner of that ladder match gets a shot at the SCW World Champion at Malice in Wonderland. And that, ladies and gentlemen, can kickstart careers. So time can only tell who will be in that match and who's going to come out the victor. But right now, Leo Simmons looks locked in, taking on his opponent. Now Onyx, this kid is no joke, but Leo Simmons is on a warpath here, trying to reestablish dominance here in SCW. Now Leo's got Onyx on his shoulders, but no, Onyx squirms out of that. And Leo just slowing down the high-paced offense of Onyx. Ooh, what a chop in the corner. And Onyx, man, again, Greenland cause. If you're interested in any of the wrestlers that come out of that, you can go to WWE. When you're playing 2K24, search Greenland cause, green spelled GR, and replace the E's with the number 3, and it's land. And there you go, hashtag that, and you can find a lot of assortments from Onyx to the Samoan Society, Aku and Makani. You can also find one of the super smooth bruv, Darius Praise, in that as well, and plus many more. Very supportive of the Greenland cause. But meanwhile, ref's count is up to 6. As Onyx looking to stretch out Leo Simmons, and Leo just overpowers that. And Onyx wisely rolls out of the ring. And Leo wanting Onyx to get right back in there. And now Leo gets his hands on Onyx as Onyx picked up snake eyes into the corner. And I think that's got Onyx busted open over above his eye. And these two, Onyx looking to go back and forth. Onyx with another moonsault connects, taking Simmons off of his feet here. Onyx throwing Simmons to the ropes. Simmons with a drop down. Oh, kitchen sink. Knee to the gut. Simmons just slowing down Onyx. Now Simmons got in a leg lock. And then Onyx just kicking Simmons out of that. And then just look at these two going back and forth. And now Simmons hyping himself up. And now Simmons, oh, Mad Villainy. Mad Villainy is locked in. Mad Villainy is locked in. Will Onyx tap? Onyx squirming for his life. And he taps. Your winner, Leo Simmons.
Here is your winner, Hacksaw Leo Simmons.
Leo Simmons picks up that victory with the Mad Villainy. Very quick win for Hacksaw, and a man who's trying to reset and refocus so he can get right back into this title picture. Time to tell, folks. But now, speaking of time, it is time for our main event of the evening. Two men who absolutely can't stand each other go one-on-one tonight in our main event. The must-see TV primetime James Lee taking on the deranged Diaz Tatem. And that match is coming up right now. Let's lock in and head down to the ring, folks.
The following is a no-holds-barred match. Making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 240 pounds, Yamashita Diaz!
Diaz Tatem is trying to turn over a new leaf, and unfortunately, that leaf is raggedy as hell. Diaz Tatem has been a thorn in the side of James Lee, as James Lee has returned from injury many months ago. But the thing with Diaz Tatem is he's still trying to make a name for himself in SCW, trying to get rid of the old guard. he thinks that James Lee is no one. His accomplishments that James Lee has done mean absolutely nothing because he will be an afterthought once Diaz Tatem finishes up what he's doing. He's trying to expose James Lee for the fraud that he thinks he is. But these two men have gone back and forth, being 1-1 in victories, and this rubber match is going to help prove a lot of things here. But this is not just an ordinary match. This is no holds barred, meaning that anything goes.
There's heroes and there's legends.
Tatem looks to be
Heroes get remembered.
ready for this match.
Legends never die, never die, never die.
And his opponent from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 248 pounds,
The Awakening's team captain. As you see James Lee pull up to the SCW arena to take this match against someone who he thinks isn't worth his time. And James Lee is out to prove that. Yeah, Diaz Tatem may have some impressive moves and the drip and all the pyro for his entrance, but none of that means anything if you can't beat Primetime James Lee. And while Tatem has done this, James Lee has countered that with a victory of his own. So now, who's gonna come out on top of this feud? I don't have an idea, because you got the young upstart who's trying to prove himself, and the guy who is one of the top men here in SCW, and the bell is rung, and look at that! The bell is rung, and so does Diaz Tatem as he gets his chin knocked by James Lee with that knee strike. And sit here as you see James Lee going right after Diaz Tatem. And these two men absolutely do not like each other. I don't think there's one iota of respect here between the two. Oh, and a little forearm shot. Look at the face stomps. James Lee is getting slowed down here. You hear the boos from Diaz Tatem, the Miami native. Oh! He gets clocked. Now James, and it looks like James Lee is bleeding from the side. He's got a cut from his eye. And look at this. James Lee with a forearm shot of his own. Trying to slow down that offense of Diaz Tatem here. Now Diaz gets thrown out to the outside. James Lee rolling to the outside. And like I said, this match is no holds barred. Anything goes. No disqualification. No countouts. Win this match in ring by submission or pinfall. And James locking in a submission on the outside. I mean, he can't tap out on the outside, but this is a surefire way to slow down any offense. And now Diaz Tatem rolling James Lee back in the ring, and Tatem now going for a weapon. He's got that kendo stick, but no, James Lee knocks it out of his hand. And James Lee going to the outside, and looks like he's gonna go get a weapon. Not to be outdone, James Lee's got a chair and clocks Tatem with it. Tatem gets clocked with that chair, and Tatem rolls out of the way, but he slaps that chair out of James Lee's hand. And now Tatem, what's Tatem thinking? Oh! Runs James Lee's back into that guardrail. And now, James Lee gets rolled into the ring. And now James still fighting back with another forearm shot. Now James scouting Diaz here. Diaz counterbalance this. But now it looks like, no, James Lee slips out, takes out the leg of Tatum. And Tatum gets slapped in the face, right in the face. Sheesh. Flapjack. And we got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. And Tatum slow to get up, and James Lee applying the pressure here. Tatum's pulling himself up in the corner. James going straight for the attack. Look at the chest chop. Now he's kicked, putting the boots to Tatum, and Tatum blocks that. And now Tatum with a clothesline, another clothesline. Ducks, super kick, taking out Lee. And Tatum trying to slow down Lee here, taking any momentum on himself. And now James with a clothesline. Stomping on the arm. And now Lee headed up to the top rope. And James Lee with an elbow drop and a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Not enough to put away Tatum. And now Tatum getting his head rocked by James Lee. James Lee is still in this match. James Lee again feels like this is a waste of time taking on Tatum, because all Tatum's trying to do is trying to make a name for himself, and Lee wants no part of it. He said, take your ass on. I don't have time for you. I got championships to win. But Tatum's like, nah, we not finna do that. You finna acknowledge me, or I'm gonna beat the hell, or I'm gonna beat that acknowledgement out of you. And Tatum showing that strength, carrying James to the opposite corner. Snake eyes. Well, now where is Tatum going? Tatum thought twice about it, gets back into the ring. James Lee pulling Tatum over into the corner. And now Tatum reverses. The grapple sending James Lee to the ropes. Look at the release German suplex from Diaz Tatum. And Tatum, with that springboard enziguri, he hits. And now Tatum. No, James Lee reverses. Oh, top shelf. Top shelf hits, and we got a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2, and you see Diaz Tatum is leaking. Diaz Tatum's got a cut above his eye, probably from that top shelf. But now Tatum reverses whatever James Lee had planned. And James Lee reverses. And James rolls out to the outside. Now he's looking to go for a weapon. James Lee's got a bat. And no, Tatum knocks that bat out of James Lee's hand. Going right after the arm of Lee. Oh, another German suplex hits. James Lee gets hit. Tatum trying to counter, but no, James Lee gets out of that. James Lee could be setting up. Can he lock it in? Breathe easy, and we got a cover. 1, 2, 2.999. Diaz Tatum kicks out of the breathe easy. And the crowd is loving that. These two, they want these two to fight forever. But Diaz Tatum still got that hate in his heart, keeping him in this match. Now Tatum rolling getting to the outside, looking for space, but he goes for that kendo stick. And it looks like we had some technical difficulties there, folks. I apologize. And it looks like Diaz Tatum going crazy with that kendo stick. And look at the Hurricane Rana. Tatum hits Lee with that kendo stick, but then hits him with the Hurricane Rana, and now the momentum is in Tatum's court. James Lee's trying to reposition himself. James going to the opposite side, going right back under the ring, looking for a weapon. He's got a shovel. Oh my God! Hits Diaz Tatem with that shovel. But Diaz trying not to get buried. Knocks that shovel out of the hands of James Lee. And now Tatum getting back in the ring and picking up that baseball bat. Looks like he dropped it. Oh! What a clothesline from James Lee. James picking up Tatum. Now James with another forearm shot. Springboard forearm. And the Primetime champion is locked in. But no! Misses that leg drop. And Tatum sending Lee to the ropes and another German suplex. And James Lee trying to pull himself up into the corner. And now Tatum. What's Tatum thinking here? Tatum up with the knee to the back. And we got a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. James Lee rolls out of the ring to get some separation. And that forearm keeps connecting. You got to figure Tatum's got to block that at some point. Tatum fighting back. Oh, now Tatum, F out the way. He gets all of it. This is how he beat James Lee the first time. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Not enough to put away James Lee, but it's a damn start. Tatum defeated James Lee. Look at this. Tatum's got him up, trying to go for that Miami Vice. James Lee gets out of it. James Lee hits, and now James is hyped up. And James looking for that pile driver, connects, and Tatum could be out. James Lee going to the top rope. Touch the sky. It hits. Touch the sky hits, and we got a cover. 1, 2, 3. 2.999 again. Tatum is still in this match, even after a touch the sky. Diaz Tatum kicks out. He kicks out. You may not respect the way Diaz Tatum is going about it. Oh my God, baseball bat hits. You may not respect Tatum and how he goes about his actions here in SCW, but you gotta respect the kid as he's still showing fight. But James Lee is beating the hell out of Diaz Tatum with that Louisville Slugger of a bat. James Lee said they used to call me Crazy Joe, but now you can call me Batman, as he's beating the hell out of Diaz Tatem. And Tatum getting right back up. Lee with a drop down, leapfrog. And now Tatum with a block. Tatum with a quick kick to the side of the face of James Lee. And now Tatum going under the rope. And Tatum's got, no, you don't want no damn hockey stick. Damn that. And oh, what a springboard clothesline. And James Lee slow to get up, but he's looking to still capitalize. Oh, and a neck breaker. James Lee going right after the leg of Diaz Tatem. And now James picking that bat up again and introducing it to Tatum's arm and his head. Jesus. This man is unrelenting with that baseball bat, beating the hell out of Tatum, and it's all legal. But Tatum smacks that out of his hand. Oh my God! Oh my God! 1, 2, kick out at 2.999. Diaz Tatem hits an F out the way out of nowhere, and now it's his turn with the baseball bat. James Lee kicks out of it, but he's getting hit with that bat. And now Lee and Tatum going back and forth. This match, folks. Oh, Tatum goes for another knee but misses. And James Lee picking up Tatum. And now Tatum reverses. We got a cover. 1, 2, 3. No. And now James Lee. 1, 2, 3. 3! Oh my God! Your winner, James Lee! What a hell of a match!
Here is your winner,
James Lee picks up the W, and I've got to tell you this now, that was a hell of a match, folks. That picked up towards the last end. I thought James Lee was done after that second F out the way, but he powered out of it and kicked out. But Diaz Tatem was still in this match, trying to come away with the victory. I don't think these two are done with each other, but man, oh man, what a statement win for James Lee. Folks, that's going to be all for us this week. We will see you on a special Thanksgiving episode. Thank you all for tuning in. We will catch y'all next week. Take care of yourselves.